Two app-building powerhouses, one face-off, Adalo versus Thunkable. Which one really delivers? On the left, Adalo, effortless, beautiful apps without code. And on the right, Thunkable, create native mobile apps visually and flexibly. Let's skip the buzzwords and dive into the features that actually matter. We'll score them in 7 critical categories so you'll know exactly who comes out on top. The result might be a surprise in 2025. Alright, before we start smashing buttons and dragging widgets, here's our little roadmap. We're comparing these no-code app builders across price, design and UI, app publishing, integrations and data, ease of use, platform coverage, and user reviews. Pretty much the whole package, right? Okay, let's get into it. First up, let's talk price, which honestly is always where things get interesting. Starting with Adalo, you get a free tier that lets you preview web apps all you want, plus 5 GB storage if you go for a paid plan. Their pricing is flexible with a bunch of tiers. Sounds nice, but heads up, if you want to publish to app stores, you have to fork out for a paid option, and some advanced features bump the cost up pretty quickly. Now, Thunkable comes in with a lower starter plan at just $13 a month. You get native app publishing on those basic plans, which is cool. But oh, here's the catch. Storage is only 1 GB even on the $38 Mo tier, much less than Adalo, and honestly the pricing feels kinda rigid, limited downloads and storage unless you pay extra. And those advanced goodies? You guessed it, even pricier tiers. So between the two, Adalo just edges ahead if you want more bang for your buck and don't mind web publishing on the free plan. Moving on to design and UI. Adalo's got a pretty sweet setup here, tons of ready-to-go templates, easy styling, and even a marketplace for extra components. If you love customizing, the depth here is a dream, though, yeah, there's a bit of a learning curve if you really dig into it. With Thunkable, the vibe's totally different. You start with a blank canvas every time, so super flexible drag and drop, build whatever you want kind of freedom. But no pre-made templates means you might be spending a while building out UI from scratch. If you're a total beginner, staring at that empty screen feels intense. So for design, Adalo honestly brings a little more comfort and speed. Next up, app publishing. Adalo lets you publish either a native mobile app or just as a web app. Even with the free tier, deploying a web app is a breeze. The catch, native store publishing is locked behind their paid plans. Thunkable, on the other hand, is all about going native, pushing directly to iOS and Android stores, plus it supports lots of device features. But again, there are limits on downloads and storage in the lower plans. So not gonna lie, both are solid for publishing, but you'll want to pay up for anything serious. Oh, here's something cool. Quick fun fact, did you know Adalo's name is a little tribute to Ada Lovelace, basically the world's first computer programmer? Thought that was a neat detail. Alright, let's dig into integrations and data because this is where things can make or break your app. Adalo has a built-in database and connects out to external APIs and data sources, which is kinda huge. If you want to go wild with data, you can, though sometimes integrating really complex stuff needs some workarounds. Thunkable is cool in that it lets you tap into device-native functions and APIs, but here's the drawback. Its built-in database just isn't as beefy as Adalo, and honestly for integrations you'll hit a wall faster than you would with Adalo. So if connecting things easily is your jam, Adalo wins this round, no contest. Ease of use, so who can you hand this to and actually get results? Adalo's drag-and-drop builder is basically made for beginners, and those wide-ranging templates mean you don't have to start from scratch. That said, if you build more complex stuff, there's a bit of a learning curve figuring out data flows and relationships. Thunkable feels logical thanks to its block-based programming approach, but honestly starting with a blank page can be intimidating, especially for newbies. Everything has to be set up manually, so overall, Adalo's just a tad more welcoming up front. Platform coverage is next. Adalo supports web and mobile apps, and interestingly, its web support is more featureful than some other platforms. Thunkable's focus is true native iOS and Android apps, and yeah, its cross-platform power is legit. But its web app support isn't as strong as Adalo's, so if you're aiming for mobile, Thunkable's slightly ahead, but if web's a priority, Adalo's the pick. Alright, user reviews, what are people actually saying? Adalo gets a lot of love for being super easy to use and having a vibrant community. Of course, it's not all sunshine. Some folks mention performance getting sluggish at scale or missing really advanced features. Thunkable is praised for being simple for quick mobile projects, but there are complaints about limited features in entry-level plans and some performance headaches for bigger apps. So Adalo just squeaks by as the crowd favorite. Now let's quickly look at how Adalo and Thunkable stack up overall. Adalo shines when it comes to price, templates, integrations, and ease of use, but can get pricey for advanced stuff and more demanding apps. Thunkable's the go-to for native mobile coverage and total creative control, even if the entry is steeper if you want more features and storage. Alright, so what does all that actually mean for you? If you're getting started, want something simple, and maybe you care about web apps or templates, Adalo just makes it easier. If you're more comfortable with tech, want a genuine native app, and need the freedom to create literally anything, Thunkable is probably your best friend. But overall, Adalo takes the win for being a better all-rounder. If you want to support our channel, feel free to use our affiliate link given in video description. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.